Billy Bird gets the worm shred darts. Let's get this stuff rolling. Shred Lords, what's good? My dogs, my dogs, my dogs. It's Market Mondays, even though the market's closed, we still up, chat. We still up, chat. How we doing? I'm geek. I'm geek. How the heck we living, y'all? Get some water in the mix. Hey, chat. Stay hydrated, chat. Stay hydrated, y'all. Top dog, Shred Lords, how we doing? Where we at with it? We got some folks in here early. What up, y'all? Y'all trying to make some money moves. James D, talk to me, man. What's happening? Hold on, sorry, Twitch. Twitch, an update for y'all. Let me turn on Twitch real quick. Hey, catch me up, man. Catch me up on y'all day. How we doing? Nah, we getting. We gotta. Hold on.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch. Good
Thomas. That song sucks. That song sucks, chat. You know what we do when that song sucks?
Let's be real about it.
We play a song that doesn't suck.
I don't really care about how you feel about it. I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby.
What's good?
It's not a real problem, and I still got it. I need $1 billion.
Let's be real about it.
I mean, I don't really care about how
What's
you feel
up?
about
What's
it.
up?
I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby.
I'm about to
It's
show y'all
not
how to make a
real
big
problem,
bag today.
and I still got it. I need $1 billion. Yeah, I've been in the lab, so I'm not one you see around. Thinking about my goals, so I'm not fun to be around. Now I want the whole field.
Roll
Ain't no
call,
push to
roll
beat
call,
around. I
roll
take it to
call.
the sky, so I don't ever see the ground.
Roll call, roll call. Who in the mix? Who up in here? Who up in here? Nigel Williams, how you doing, Top Dog Shred Lords? Welcome to Market Mogul Mondays. Hope you are doing fantastically well. Thank you for joining the stream. Oh, it says you're first. I have to be fair. I have to be very fair. I think James was first. I think you all either might have entered at the same time, but according to my records, James was first. According to my records, James was first. What else we got? Edwin, what is up, Top Dog Shred Lord? Hey, happy Monday, my man. Happy Monday, my man. Hope you're doing incredibly well, brother. Hope you're doing incredibly well. Josh Hunter, what up, dude? Welcome back, legend. Hope you're doing fantastically well, bro. Happy Monday, happy Monday. Oh, snap, we got OG Rich Topic. OG Rich Topic blessing us with the greatness. Welcome. Thank you for giving us your presence today, Shred Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How you doing, man? How we doing? Nima Faroe, what is this? We're just a bunch of ambitious billionaires in the making just hanging out on a Monday night. That's all it is. But welcome. Hope you're doing fantastically well. Hope you're doing well. Archie Bunker Gaming, what's up, dude? What's up, dude? How you doing? How the heck you doing? Just watched a few of your vids. You got my mind working. Thank you. Thank you. So that was the primary objective. That's the primary objective. Get the juices flowing, get the inspiration flowing, and letting you know certainly what is possible. Which ones did you watch? Which ones did you like? Hope you liked a lot of them. And thank you everybody for subbing up. Thank you everybody for subbing up. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Andy, what up, dude? Welcome, welcome. Hope the Andy, I think you clocked out when I asked the question yesterday, but the accounting question. You never did send me those accounting questions, man. Hope you did well. Hope you did well, bro. Archie Bunker, thank you literally from the bottom of my heart for subbing, man. I just saw that. Thank you so much for subscribing, bro. Thank you so much for subscribing. Hey guys, this community of ours is just it's growing. It's growing. And dog, we got some crazy stuff coming out, y'all. We got some crazy stuff coming out. So thank you so much. You watched like 10 of them? Great. That's a lot. Because I know my videos are not short, bro. My videos are not short and they're not easy. But congrats to you for investing in yourself, bro. James, you said I was here at 10, at 11, at 11:30. James, I was stuck in traffic in LA, bro. I was stuck in traffic in LA. I was about to pop on my Streamlabs desktop or mobile app and stream from the car, but yeah, that would have been a kind of awkward stream. So I pushed it back, my man. I pushed it back. Hey, man, ain't no sleep around here. We ain't sleep around here. You out here talking about 24-hour streams. Talking about falling asleep. Come on, man. We made some money moves last night too, chat. We got deep in our bag last night too for a good little sesh. It was like a good late night sesh, wasn't it, y'all? For those that were with us last night, it was like a good late night. We did like a lot of portfolio company value creation work last night. So we were pretty locked. It's so cool that like we're doing this literally all in real time, to where it's like you guys get to see the process of buying a business. You get to see the process of like unlocking value within a business. It's lit. So last night we did a lot on value creation, y'all. On value creation. You from Detroit? Yes, sir. You show a lot of videos from there? Yeah, I am from Detroit. Thank you, man. Are you in Detroit? Retail, what up, dude? Hey, our mentor is here. Hey, Chad, our mentor is here. Retail, what's up, dude? Hope you're doing well, man. I hope you and your girl bought those Airbnbs in Japan, brother. I'm just saying, while you're sitting there wasting time thinking about it, someone else is doing it. The biggest curse to an entrepreneur is inaction. James, don't say that, bro. James, do not come up in chat saying that, bro. Google is my largest holding. Hold on. Google can't even be down today. How's Google down today? Isn't the market's not open? Right? The market's not open. Oh, guys, we're making our trades tomorrow. We're putting in our investments tomorrow. Isn't that kind of cool, chat? Wait, what? What you mean? Oh, you're talking like the 24-hour thing. Hold on. I thought futures were like little changed. Yeah, after hours as of James, this is what I see. Bro, you got a whole different platform, bro? This is what I see, James. I don't want it to go to 302, bro. That's one of my largest holdings. I want to see that thing go literally to the moon, bro. Hey, Richard, what up, dude? What's up, Richard? How you doing, man? How the heck you doing, bro? Richard, catch us up, man. Catch us up, bro. Give us the lore. Give us all the deets, bro. You're gatekeeping greatness, bro. What are you up to, man? Like, how you living, bro? Just trying to get like you, Richard. That's literally all I'm trying to do, man. Thanks, man. How was your day today, Kenny? Any needle movement activities? My day was great, bro. I got a lot of like content admin done. I did a bunch of scheduling of content pieces on the second channel, Kenny Finance Live. And if you haven't subbed up to Kenny Finance Live, that's where we put our dedicated like cool segments from these streams on there. So it's Kenny Finance Live. It's a baby channel. That channel is literally only 2 weeks old, guys. So sub up. And what else we got going on? I had a. It's a little personal, but not personal. It's kind of just like I had beef with Goldman Sachs this morning. This private equity business stuff is just like it can get so annoying. But I had beef with Goldman Sachs this morning. Talked with like 5 people there because I'm like transferring funds from my Goldman account to like the Holdco account, but like Goldman doesn't allow personal transfers to business entities, and I'm like, WGAF, it is literally my money. Why what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So that was like the annoying piece of like what was going on in my day, Edwin. But other than that, we keep stuff moving, bro. We keep stuff moving. I enjoy every day. I expect to be irritated by some of these random challenges. You know what I'm saying? But we just keep it pushing. Oh, Andy, you figured out your accounting question? What was I'm just very curious. I'm just very curious. What do you think the accounting question was? Or not? What do you think? Like, what was the accounting question? Bring us back, man. Bring me back to my old days, bro. Bring me back to my old days. I used to crush it in financial accounting and management accounting in B school. Archie hitting us with the business questions early. Also, get in the Discord if you guys are not in the Discord. Whoever's not in the Discord, this is the community for that Discord. Y'all better get in that Discord. These are good questions here for the Discord, Archie. But how do you feel about this? Asking price, 400,000. Revenue between 1 to 5 million. And then cash flow 250 to 500. So that implies a 1x multiple business. Something's wrong. In today's market, these kind of businesses don't be selling for 1x multiple. Unless it's like the owner does not have a non-compete, or they literally are the business, meaning you have to build it from scratch and you just buy in the name and the equipment, or like you don't get the equipment, something like that. Usually businesses at that level trade at like a 2 to 3 times multiple. And if that's the case, the one that you're looking at, if the cash flow is 250 and the asking price is 400, then that's better, you know? In the aviation cleaning business, I like that. More importantly, I like the private aviation, private jet detailing business. I think that's a pretty compelling segment. Like the maintenance businesses that I think are attractive is private jet or private yacht, luxury car, storage unit cleaning, things like that. Things that are like high ticket purchases for like wealthy people that just want to preserve it and keep it like looking cool and smooth. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, my hair is so curly, y'all. Look how curly this hair is. What y'all got going on, bro? All right, before we start getting into all these, hold up. Before we start getting into all these questions, stop acting like we ain't gotta do a poll. Everybody spam in the chat. How was your day on a scale of 1 to 5? 5 being that your day was freaking fantastic. 1 being that it was the worst day ever. But I hope everybody has a 5 of a day. So spam in the chat. How the heck is y'all day been, all right? I'm gonna start it off. My day, 5 out of 5 because another day above ground. When it's a day like that, that's a good life, guys. That's a good life, all right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, every day for me, above ground is a 5. I'm living good. I'm living happy. I'm living blessed. You know what I'm saying, guys? We ain't got it all figured out, but we figuring it out. You feel me? You feel me? What else we got going on in here? Retail, stop playing, bro. Stop playing. Hey. Literally, bro. Buy the dang Japanese Airbnbs while the yen is down and the travel is up. Worry about the student loans later in the next administration. No, but seriously though, guys, like this is kind of like a leverage hack. If you have like a low interest rate leverage and it like has a longer duration, you can kind of just like not worry about it in the immediate short term if you can allocate your dollars to higher yielding assets that just compound faster. Like figure out what compounds the fastest. But if your student loans are super high, then you know you're chalk. But I'm joking. I'm just trying to push y'all to, I'm just trying to push y'all to make some smart money moves, bro. That's literally all I'm trying to do. My only goal with this is to make you guys rich AF. The right way, the smart money way. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shoot. Chris is here. Hey, Chris, what up, boy? Hello, sir. Long time no see. I placed 4th in state for the competition. Bro, you placed 4th in the entire state? Bro, that is electric. Congrats, man. Dude, freaking congrats, bro. I'm doing well, man. But you were very busy with schoolwork and competition prep, so you couldn't come to the YouTube streams. Mods, ban him. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I joke. Yeah. Chris. Look, bro, you're an OG crank shred lord warrior, bro. All right, you were one of the first subs to ever show up in our live streams, and I know you got things going on, man. So we was rooting for you. We was supporting you from afar, man. I think I told the chat before. I was like, Chris is working on these competitions. Let him get the bag. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, James. James says I like leasing jet engines. Huge engine shortage right now. You own a small percent of jet engines. Dang. James, you were just literally like a holdco mogul. Stop gatekeeping, bro. Spill the deets, bro. Give us game how to be super rich in life, man. You just got all these investments, bro. I don't know if you guys noticed this. James is like a ultra mega millionaire in the chat, just out here dropping so many gems and making moves. Chris out here making moves. Richard out here making moves. Andy out here making moves. Everybody out here cooking. Everybody out here cooking. I'm just so happy that everybody's out here making moves, y'all. That just literally makes my day. Pulling up here in the evenings on streams just to see y'all out here cranking. It's just so cool. It's just so freaking cool. Like, I think I told somebody this before. This is kind of like, the smart money moves is kind of like our, that's our hub. But like everybody in the chat is respectively working on something literally incredible, right? Like I remember Retail told us he's working on implementing AI to help automate a lot within his job so they can make more smart money moves and chat capital plays. Richard's got a whole freaking dog grooming business. James has his jet engines and crazy multi-million-dollar portfolios. Garrett has his freaking quant trading dashboard. Like Andy's in school. Like we got business owners in here. That one guy, Michael, was buying a nail salon. It's just like everybody's out here doing what they gotta do to make smart money moves. But then like every evening, I'm just here to have a little coffee break. You know what I mean? Like if everybody needs to come up for a coffee break just to like connect, share resources, chill, share vibes, learn a little something, and you get to go on and handle your stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. And I'm just thankful that everybody's here. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful everybody's here. Hey, what's up, Lance? Wait, yeah, I'll go check. Yeah, that's Lance, right? Lance, what up, dude? I think I got it right. Yeah, what's up, Lance? I remember your name. What up, dog? How you doing, Lance? Oh, I see all fives. Oh, I see a six. Hey, I see fives and sixes. Let's freaking go. Hey, dog, what's up, Shred Lord? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Kendo, hello. How are you doing? Nice to see you doing your thing once again, Kenny. Thank you so much, Lance. I appreciate that, brother. I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. I think the question was finding some kind of overhead cost for manufacturing companies using the balance sheet. Oh, okay. Bro, you know, that's easy work for me. Ain't nothing like a little bit of, ain't nothing like a little bit of, managerial cost accounting. I can handle it, bro. I can handle it. If you need me to be a mentor, I'm here for accounting quizzes. All right. Hey, that's nice. Y'all being nice. Okay, keep it up. Hey, Rich Topic got a 5. What up, dude? Don't sleep on salons. They generate big money. Bro, crazy big money. Crazy big money in the salon world. And I'm going to tell you one thing. At least the women that I know in my life, like my family and some of the girls I've dated, they ain't never not getting their nails done, recession or non-recession. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good little play. You're just a 19-year-old listening for now? That's straight cap. You putting in work, bro. You being here means that you're in the lecture. You're in the lecture. Y'all, both of y'all some young bulls out here making some moves. You and Chris. And Hothead. I don't know where Hothead at. Hothead always be popping up in streams every now and then. But he's got school tomorrow, so he can't be here. So he's got school tomorrow. I think he's like 14 or 15. Talking about boring businesses. What a freaking dog. Just imagine when that kid's my age. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really out here making some moves. 3, because I'm at work until 7 a.m. Hey, but you get in the bag, though. You from Detroit. Hey, let's go. Man, what you talking about? What you know about? I'm from the west side, man. I love Lafayette. Anyone else here from Florida? Dude, Lance. Literally everybody's from Florida. Like, not everybody, but I think half the chat is either from like Florida or the New York area, or the other half is from Texas. Right? It's like, Lance, everybody out here is from Florida. Oh, snap. Dang, Archie. That's crazy. You lived off 7 in Evergreen? That's really close, bro. That's really close. I was in the I was in less nice of areas, but like Finkel, Wyoming area. James in Manhattan. Y'all want to know who? Y'all want to know what James looked like? I'll show you a picture of James. James, I'm gonna embarrass you. James. And show you a picture of. I'm gonna show you a picture of James. Y'all want to see? Here's James. Y'all ever seen Billions? You ever seen Bobby Axelrod from Billions? Chat, look at this. This is what James looks like. James, I'm giving away all your personal information, bro. This is what we got in the chat. So whenever y'all talking to James, just think of it as this guy. This is James right here, all right? Hedge fund billionaire of Axelrod Capital, making nothing but incredibly big smart money moves. I have this t-shirt, by the way. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. That, like, there was a season when, guys, I'm a finance addict. Ask Richard, right? I'm addicted to money and not money. Investing in finance, not money. But I'm addicted to it, bro. Literally addicted to it. So like there's a season where my whole persona and personality became like very Bobby Axelrod-ish, to where like I was like a hardcore vintage cowboy style, just finance shred lord, just like crisp, aggressive, smooth, you know. It was like towards the end of like my Blackstone tenure when I had that kind of like aura. Then I had to polish up for KKR. They don't play that roughness around the edges, so I had to get really polished up. But have you guys ever seen Billions? Am I the only one that's seen Billions? You guys know what it is, right? Do you guys know what Billions is? The Billions, the TV show? You ever seen this? This show is actually really good. This is like, it's really good. It's on, I think, Showtime. I think it's on Showtime, but it talks about, you know what? We'll actually watch a trailer. We'll watch a trailer of it. And YouTube's probably gonna make us mute this. So sorry, VOD watchers, but we're gonna have to mute this at the end. But this is such a really, really good show. Wait, you watched a similar one in England? Wait, what's that one called? Wait, is that one called Industry? You talking about Industry on HBO? Well, watch this, guys. Let's watch this trailer together. This is really good. And this is like at one point, this is one of my top shows.
What we do has consequences, intended and unintended. The decisions we make, the actions we bring, have weight. Come to work every day and be just and strong in the actions you bring, and don't waver.
When did it become a crime to succeed in this country? Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
We spotted a suspect trading pattern.
You must get pings like that every day.
All three firms have links to Bobby Axelrod.
Play hard.
You
Play
tell you're
clean.
crazy.
Be careful out there.
What'd you take down last year?
7.2 million?
Your value to the firm is absolute.
7.
I need me a Wendy in my life.
Feel that.
Trust her? I want to.
I'm the goddamn U.S. attorney, Wendy.
Are we teaching them that daddy's job is always more important than mommy's? Quit your fucking job.
It's a crush the other guy business. It's like Highlander. There can be only one.
In Inwood growing up, if someone has a problem with you and they take that beef public, the ground just falls out from beneath them. Are you
Hey, this is
threatening
lit.
me? You're fucking right, I am.
This is so lit.
A good matador
Actually?
doesn't kill a fresh bull. You wait until he's been stuck a few times.
The moment I let someone in a government office tell me what I can or cannot buy, I may as well close the shop, and I'm not closing the shop.
You wouldn't know the right thing to do if it kneeled down and sucked your tiny goddamn...
It was really well put together, the first few seasons. YouTube's totally about to block me for this. For the sound.
Walk away.
I love this. Listen.
But then again, what's the point of having fuck you money if you never say fuck you?
Sheesh. That was so lit. Sorry, YouTube, for playing the songs. Yeah. What the heck? That's crazy work, chat. Hey, that was, yo, chat. That literally had me fired the heck up. That literally had me fired up, chat. We was locked and loaded. All right? What's our AUM looking like? All right, so right now, in order for us to become multi-billion-dollar hedge fund investors, we got to make this $1 million. So we're on our way. We're not there yet. But as a reminder, guys, these are the ones that we voted on. When did we pitch? We had our pitch on Friday. So we pitched on Friday. Congrats to everybody that pitched and that got their investments into the portfolio. We are buying SHLD, which is the Global X Defense Tech ETF. We're buying BWX Technologies, BWXT, and then Equinix, EQIX. I'm geeked. I'm so geeked for this. We're doing, as soon as the market opens, we're buying this trade, and we don't care about what the entry price is, even if it's like up or down 1% tomorrow morning. We're not trying to trade in and out of this. Like, ideally, we're going to hold these names for a pretty long time, guys. Like, we're value investors here with Chat Capital. We're value investors. That's how we're rolling. But that show Billions had me geeked when I was, especially when I was younger. Like, I think it first came out when I was in college. and then it just kind of got you like fired up, you know? And then there's another show that A-Dub's talking about, but it's called Industry. That one's more like focused on young people, but it's a lot of drama. It is a lot of drama. It's about kind of like the toxic work environment in, sales and trading, investment banking out there in London. But it's really, really, really good. It's really good. And all of these things, I would recommend you be 18 and older to watch these TV shows. But it's these are all really good. They did it really well. And they unfortunately actually like showcased some dark realities of like working as a young person, like an analyst and associate in some of these firms and industries. So if anybody's like studying this stuff to try to get a job in here, James, what you know about that, bro? Y'all want like the OG stuff? Let me show y'all the OG stuff. This is the OG one y'all need to watch. This right here. Michael Douglas, Charlie Sheen, First Wall Street. This movie will get you guys absolutely right. This is what it's absolutely about. Next, number 2. You watch this. This is where you start to have Shia LaBeouf come into the mix. This is an incredible setup. This right here is, bro. This page is just so clean. This movie is just so clean, bro. Oh, you can get it on Blu-ray. What you know about Blu-ray? Does Blu-ray even exist? Wait, does Blu-ray exist? What do y'all think? Hey, what happened to Blu-ray? Is Blu-ray bankrupt? Is Blu-ray still around? It's good, right? It's good, right? What was the name of that? What was the name of the Eddie Murphy movie? Was it Eddie Murphy Wall Street movie? Oh, Trading Places. Yeah. Are you talking about this one, right? Trading Places? Yeah, this is all right. This is like an OG. This is an OG. Yeah, this is so good. This is such a good movie. Like this stuff here is just like, look at how young he looks. Oh my gosh. Jeez. But it was excellent. All right, that's a really good one. Another good movie, and this is for all like the finance nerds that want to work on Wall Street one day or that were interested in it. Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. This movie was beautiful. It was actually based on a real person as well that like came from the slums, got it out of the mud with this kid, sleeping in actual public bathrooms, doing whatever he could just to show up and become like a stockbroker at a prestigious firm in San Francisco. Chris something, I forgot his name, like Chris something. But Will Smith played this one well. I think I cried when I watched this when it first came out, man. This was deep, bro. And then I'll spoil it, but like this scene here is kind of like at the end. Something happened here at the end, but this guy here, that's the actual Chris Gardner. So he was actually in the movie. Isn't that epic, chat? Oh, Archie Bunker, since I'm new to the community, give me a quick rundown of who you are. So, just kidding. My name is Kenny Finance. I'm from Michigan. I went to school, University of Michigan. I worked at Blackstone, KKR, and then I left to start my own holding company and YouTube channel, and now I'm here doing live streams showing people smart money moves for free. That's me. That's me. And then the streams and what we're doing here is we are demystifying access to smart money moves. I'm taking literally everything that I learned at Blackstone KKR and that I know from all of my hedge fund friends, private equity friends, VC friends, and giving it to you all completely for free. But then the really cool thing is this little ticker down here called Chat Capital. That is an educational investment fund to where all of the super bits and donations that go from the Streamlabs link, not super chats, into that goes exactly into Chat Capital, and we invest together. Every single Friday, we have a pitch competition, and whatever we decide to buy, you have to vote, majority rules, we actually allocate into the portfolio. This is what we did 2 weeks ago. This is what we did on Friday. But since YouTube wants to take out 50% of the super chat revenue, we cut that one off and we're only doing the Streamlabs one. So that is in the link in the description. But Archie Bunker, that is me. But then these are the rest of my friends. A bunch of freaking Shredlord, finance, investing, hardcore business buying legends that keep me inspired every day. So funny enough, it's really less about me and it's more about them. So as you can see, this is probably the most elite community you'll ever see of folks that are greatly obsessed with trying to become the best version of themselves. And we typically hop on these streams and we learn a lot and we kick it into cafecito vibes to help us lock in. So let's do that, huh? Let's get smarter real quick. Let's see what's happening in the world. Start with Financial Times. Who's got some topics or some names that I should be looking into, huh? Who's got some topics or some names that I should be looking into? All right? I'm trying to figure out, like, the market is kind of in a lull right now to where nothing extremely exciting is happening and nothing drastic is happening. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this yesterday, though, but, like, the OpenAI people bought or acquired the OpenClaw person. Be careful with OpenClaw. I ain't gonna talk about that one again. Google going under pressure. What is the Hedge America trade? Hedge America trade. Where do you see that? That was up here? Hedge America trade. Let's figure that out. It's likely something that people are trying to do. I'm getting shares under 300. James, stop putting pressure on my Google stock, bro. Tell all your friends, stop selling Google. Buy it up. Me and Darkest Summer. I don't know if Darkest Summer is in here. Me and Darkest Summer is out here buying Google shares. Let's see. I think they may be talking about the the Sell America trade instead of the Hedge America trade. U.S. dollar treasury prices tumble and gold spikes as globe flees assets that are U.S. based. What's gold been doing though? So if you guys are like not familiar with it, like the U.S. dollar is supposed to be extremely stable, right? That's a proxy for kind of like U.S. economic and political policy volatility. So that is usually like a stable asset, but it's been kind of getting a little bit funky the last handful of weeks. As you can see, there's been a correlation between volatility in the US dollar as well as what's been happening with gold prices and commodity prices, which are also a flight to safety, right? So while everyone is kind of like trying to figure out, oh, I don't have Wall Street Journal, bro. They're gonna make me pay for that. Unless you're trying to get a Chat Capital subscription. But what folks are doing now is there's like a flight to more value added safety. So like a flight to more value added safety could be going to gold, which has had significant appreciation over the last year. There's also has been a flight to Japanese assets, a flight to South Korean assets. It's like tricky on the liquidity side, but like there's been a flight to like Chinese yuan denominated businesses, little things like that, you know? Oh, the private credit squeeze. That one I'm gonna talk about in a minute. That's actually a big deal, and it's the reason why you see this. Like this, it's the reason why you see like this, like the stock like this falling 22%, or really this one as well. But the reason why like these are all falling like this, and KKR has the exact same trend over the last year, right? Is because of the private credit narrative. It's because of the private credit narrative. And what is private credit? Private credit, guys, is large investment firms providing debt investments to companies, right? So loans to private businesses, loans to public companies, all kinds of things. And that's been a big business for private equity firms for a long time. What they've done over the last 5 to 10 years is they've actually raised large funds on this strategy, as well as large retail pools of capital on these strategies as well, allowing for everyday people that are institutional and ultra high net worth individuals to invest and participate in some of their private credit initiatives. But with the current macro environment, where index funds in US equities have absolutely ripped over the last 5 years. Credit spreads have tightened. Rates are in a cutting environment. The returns that you get from private credit are nowhere near as attractive as what you could get from literally just buying index funds. You know what I'm saying? So what you see is you see a lot of withdrawals and opt-outs of private credit funds because it's just like it's just literally not as competitive. Like, why would I put $100 million into a BCRED, Blackstone private credit investment? And this is all hypothetical. I'm not talking or providing commentary specifically on Blackstone or anything, but like, why would I put $100 million into like a Blackstone Apollo KKR like credit fund that gets me 7-8% returns when I can literally put it in an index fund that has done an annual CAGR of 20%, right? So, and a lot of private equity firms have like shifted a lot of their fee earning AUM as well as investment strategies to have a lot more exposure to private credit. But then also on their private equity side, like their big buyout and deal making side, deal volume has been a lot lower. So deal volume has been lower, multiples have been tight, and the floodgates of like quality deals has kind of been in the backlog, but it should be opening up this year, next year. So that, Chris, that answers like the private credit and what's happening in the private equity world. Yeah. I got mentored by them, Henry Kravis, George Roberts. So I will always remember this. When I was because I worked in the Menlo Park office for KKR, and that's where George Roberts sits. And everybody else on the investment team, on the private equity team at KKR, you have to like meet with George Roberts like quarterly. When I would meet with him, he would always like catch up and ask me about like the coverage areas that I'm focused on. But then he also told me one time, and always stuck with me, he was like, Kenny, you know you have the most elite calling card, right? He says you have kenny.finance@kkr.com. Like, you can honestly get in touch with anybody in the entire world, you know? And I was just like, really? Like, anyone? I took that as permission from someone that's on the name of the freaking door. And I was like, I went crazy. Yeah, I reached out to I networked my butt off. I was like, you know what? The R of KKR told me I could do this, so I'm doing this to the fullest. And I let it rip, y'all. I let it rip. I started networking with freaking CEOs, business leaders, investors, politicians, you name it. I didn't care. I just wanted to know as many people as I could to make the smartest investment decisions for our coverage areas, you know? So, and that goes for like anyone else. Like if you're working somewhere else that has a brand, that has an email that you can get in touch with people, do not be afraid to network. If it is intentional and it adds value to your underlying business or team. You know what I mean? Archie says, it's crazy how you entered my algorithm. Hey man, we smooth with it, ain't we? It all started when we looking into being an absentee business owner. That's awesome. Wait, that's an amazing data point, by the way. Thank you for sharing that. Like when you look up absentee business owner, I pop up. Nice. I guess they kind of put me in the niche now. All right, good. So I guess like the business owner, absentee business owner, I know if you put in boring business, I'm going to be all over the place there. But I'm glad that I'm starting to get in the mix with with your algorithm. So I'm very honored to be here. I'm very honored to be here. You want to see how I get really smart on like global things? This right here. These two sources. This and then these two. Like seeing these two topics is super important, or these two like sources of what's happening with the World Economic Forum. See, I would have never known about this, but like the Milan Cortina 2026 Olympic Games are a prime cyber target. I never knew about that. Let's figure out why. The real economics of AI and jobs. Kenny, what you know about the new Fed nominee, Kevin Warsh? Heard he has a hawkish past. I think he's... Hold on. Am I going to be allowed to read this? We're not gonna be reading the full thing, just summaries. I'm so cheap. I don't pay for these. No, I heard he's like pretty solid. Because like when you think about it, yeah, there's like what do you look for in a Fed chair? You look for someone that is able to manage geopolitical relationships, right? Someone that is like in terms of just like trade, interest rates, all those kind of things. So someone that is just like geopolitically polished. You want to find someone that has the best interest of like long-term business economic growth, right? That's literally their only that is literally their only job. Economic and business output, plain and simple, and ensuring that like our like equation of GDP is like thriving to our ability without overextending ourselves on a leverage basis. My GOAT of who done that incredibly well, Janet Yellen. She was a beast. Partly because she was with Obama, but I think she did like a really good job. Just drop the keyboard. She did a really good job. But this new guy, I don't really think we have a choice. You know, Trump's pushing him heavy, and as we know, it's just like Trump has an ability of just like getting his nominees locked. You know what I mean? And I think it's just gonna be like BAU, business as usual, with him. Gonna be like kind of the same setup. I don't think anything drastically is gonna change. You know. But what do you think though? I'm open to opposing views though. Especially like the macro economics people. Like I'd be curious to see how we sort of enter the phasing of like the rate cutting environment and how we do that while intentionally trying to protect US trade flows, improve domestic production, improve strength of our US dollar, as well as like not completely collapse the stock market. Because think about what the president, the Fed chair, what the Secretary of State and like heads of trade and all that stuff have to like deal with right now. They have to deal with an incredibly sensitive market environment where like everything's at all-time highs. Markets are at all-time highs, etc. Like look at this. Look at how the odds are stacked against us. Like this is what we have at stake. This here. To where like we are at the peak of all peaks in terms of like business, US business performance, valuations, etc. Right? Everybody's over levered and over indexed into US equities. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't expect nominees, the next president after Trump, I don't expect anyone to do anything that's like drastic, because we're now at a very sensitive point where like if you screw up hardcore right now, we're due for a correction eventually, and no one wants to be the person that causes the correction. You get me? So that's how I would call it. But what are they talking about? AI is shaping the job market as well as external forces and policies. A dip is imminent. I don't think a dip. I think a dip in certain sectors is imminent. I think there's a lack of communication in the AI supply chain sector. And then once the communication level normalizes in terms of supply, demand, predictability, forecasting, that will sort of have some normalization into like sustainable growth rates for some of these sectors. Memory is not going to run like how it's running right now. Let me give you guys an example. My favorite FOMO stock. Memory can't run like this forever. So this one is bound to be corrected very soon, guys, right? Because once they have a clear picture of consumer demand, and once they have a clear picture of their production capacity, or once that starts to hit a point of equilibrium, you're gonna start to realize that like these things can't run like that forever. So I would expect some normalization, and it won't be a dip necessarily. It might just be more sustainable growth rates in terms of like operating performance. In terms of agriculture, what's happening in ag? Nah, I think ag is good. Ag is one of those things where it's just like commodity prices are increasing significantly. But I don't think, but like, that's why you're also seeing consumer prices increase as well. Like the cost of labor and the cost of raw materials, chemicals, seeds, etc. That all has been increasing as well, but they have a pass-through model. And I think consumer budgets aren't drastically tightened today. Like I don't think folks are like, I don't think we have like 08, 09 or like that type of setup. Thank you guys for liking the vid. I appreciate that. But I don't think we have that many hypersensitive US consumers to where it's drastically going to ruin the agriculture sector. I think we're going to still keep producing. We haven't talked about it yet. Great job, Lance. Thank you, Lance. We're talking about Mr. Beast in a second. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. This right here, we got a lot of stuff to talk about here. I'm gonna do a full deep dive on this in a little bit, chat. In a little bit. Only if you guys spam that like button. Alibaba was long-term holder but had to sell, unfortunately. Why'd you sell? Why'd you sell Alibaba? I'm actually bullish on this. I'm bullish on Alibaba. I'm bullish on Coupang. I really like Asia e-commerce. I'm bullish on Asia e-commerce. Especially this one. A-Dub, it still annoys me. It still annoys me, bro. I still don't know why. Like, I still don't get this. Oh, down payment on a business or a house? Are you guys in a Discord? Hold on. Boogie just reminded me that I gotta put you guys in a Discord. Get in a Discord! Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Y'all got some funny stuff going on in this Discord. I just thought about it. Y'all got some crazy commentary in here too about the markets and investing. We got this one dude in here that's a shred lord. He's talking about crane rental businesses. This guy's legit. This guy's legit. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. There's a Discord link if anybody wants to join. I'll pin it. So you can join the fam, Discord, Top Dog Shred Lords. Oh, down payment for a car? Hey man, if it's to get from point A to point B for a job, hey, get it how you can, Archie. Get it how you can, Archie. That's how we rocking and rolling, man. All right, what else they got going on in the world? The Robin Hood state is coming for the rich. Tax systems. All right. Tax is getting crazy. You guys heard about this California tax? Do you guys hear about this California tax? The wealth tax? Let me show you. The billionaire tax, California billionaire tax. But this is the reason why I'm moving out there to Cool Webby. Cool Webby, you in here? Where you at? I think you said hi earlier. Did you? I think you did. I think I recognized your name. But Cool Webby is out there in freaking Palm Beach. You know what I'm saying? Is out there in Palm Beach. This is crazy. Okay, how does this work? What is this? What is this? What is the California billionaire? I'm not a billionaire yet. Just kidding. Wow. Okay. Whoa, this is actually spooky. Florida is about to be the hottest state in the entire nation because of the California billionaire tax. All right? There is a proposal to have a one-time 5% emergency billionaire tax for people that have a net worth of more than $1 billion. That is insane. Like if I have $1 billion, I have to just do a one-time payment for $50 million. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. So as you can see, Florida property prices are going absolutely through the roof. Billionaires are buying homes in Florida and Texas because it is starting to become unreasonable, right? But this is not to be political. It's just like a pretty interesting setup to where they decided to do this. So, and California is not the only place that has billionaires. There's billionaires everywhere. So, chat, what y'all think? You think there's gonna be a Seattle or Michigan or Ohio or New York billionaire tax? Y'all think it's gonna happen? I don't know, chat. Let me know. Let me know, because it could be. It could. That's not gonna pass. Yeah, that stuff ain't gonna fly. That ain't gonna fly in Michigan either. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Corey, what up, Top Dog Tread Lord? Prince of Palm Beach. What's up, dude? What the heck is up, legend? Healthcare shouldn't be for profit. It should be for the people. I completely agree. Yeah, I completely agree. Because, like, if you look at European countries, like, European countries have, like, such a cool setup when it comes to universal access to care. You think that escape to Florida eventually causes an increased flow from Florida to Michigan? I think people that naturally, like, let me see. From California. So Texas is the big one. I think people are sleeping on Texas, by the way. There it is. Yeah. So over 200,000 people moved to Florida from California. And Miami is the hottest list. That's wild. This is crazy. But I think retail, I think the people that are California people moving to Florida people, I don't think they can handle the winter. I don't think they can, but yeah, Archie really said it. Well, jinx. I don't think they can handle it. You know what I'm saying? Spirit Void, what's up, legend? How you doing? What are some of the books you can read? Here, I have some right here. I was reading earlier. You always tune in right before you're about to go to bed, and I appreciate you for doing that, man. This one. Richer, Wiser, Happier. And don't judge me, guys. I always got books on deck. I always got books on deck. This. And then this is my goated favorite. If you want to learn about investing, here you go, Spirit Void. The Warren Buffett Way. It's an amazing book that walks through what Warren Buffett looks at in a business. And here's the number one thing. An intelligent investor. Little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I showed the wrong page. It says buy at attractive prices. You can't read? I know that. You can probably count. I'll tell you that. You can probably count. I can tell you that. You might not be able to read, James, but you can definitely count, Top Dog. You can definitely count. What was the author of the first one? His name's William Green. Yeah. And it's cool because each chapter is about the life and philosophy of a top investor. Like private equity, hedge fund, credit, you name it. So like one of them's on Buffett, one of them's on Howard Marks, some of them are on other people. But it talks about like their philosophy around business, psychology, managing their emotions, managing their businesses, sort of like what they truly care about and little things like that. And it's a good deep read to where if you want to be a wise investor as well as living a wise life, I think it's pretty critical to read some of those things. Retail says, but there's like the thing where Michiganders flow to Florida for the winter, but if increased Florida migration, increased prices, doesn't that change that winter bird flow? I think so. I think what you'll see is you'll start to see Michiganders and Florida people, Michiganders and New Yorkers actually pivot from going to Florida because it's too expensive and there's too many people there to actually flocking to like North, South Carolina, Texas, Arizona, Vegas. Those are other places that also have a pretty friendly tax regime. Just not all of them just have beaches like Florida, right? So I think those are like really attractive places, if you were to ask me. But this is crazy. Like this is screen share. But this is like crazy. Oh, Georgia as well. Yeah, Georgia. Atlanta's really nice, I hear. I don't spend a lot of time in Atlanta, but I heard it's like really nice. Ba-bum, ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum, bum. Let's see. What is the full list? Here we go. Let's see. Here's the states with no income tax. Florida, risky to build and hard to get good insurance, even if you have money. Yeah, I don't think I'd buy a home in Florida. I'm literally just getting a apartment there. I think I'm just getting an apartment there. Okay, here's a list. Texas. Here, I'll zoom in. Garrett's blind. He can't see. So we gotta zoom in for Garrett. Garrett, are you in here? Where you at, Garrett? Okay, here we go. Jesus Christ. I hate all these websites have all these buttons. All right. So, wait, let's do Cafecito so we can focus. So for Texas implements a sales tax on mostly purchases. Boom, boom, boom. Texans pay no property taxes that while helping fund local services among the highest, right? Texans pay property taxes. Okay. Okay, so these are places that have no income tax. And these are the taxes that they do have. Okay. So there's Texas. There's Florida. They have a 6% sales tax, and local jurisdictions can add as much as a 2.5%, resulting in a maximum sales tax if you're like buying things of 8.5%. Property taxes in the state are primarily administered at the local level and offer several exemptions that can lower property taxes as well. Are property taxes high in Florida from our Florida people? Thank you so much for the book recommendations, though, bro. Everyone says I'm too young to be reading these types of books. Don't listen to them, bro. You're never too young to invest in yourself, man. Never too young. Dude, you're never too young. Check out Hothead. I don't know how old you are, but like Hothead's 14. He's reading books like this, real estate books. Chris is only 17. He's reading books like this, doing business competitions. So there's a lot of people that are young in this community as well as not in this community that are like investing in themselves early. And you guys are gonna be the ones that are like gonna be running businesses and having investment funds, working in cool jobs and on track to make $1 billion and doing good in the world, you know? So if you're 15, that's a prime spot, man. When I was 15, that's when I actually first started reading Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. That was the first book I read. Oh, property taxes in Florida have gone up significantly? Wow. Spirit Void, good for you, bro. But also, it's late. Go to bed. Don't stay up too late, man. Go to bed. You got school tomorrow, bro. All right, so Florida. Like, how expensive are we talking for property taxes? Like, they should be able to tell me on here, right? That if I were to like to buy a house in like Palm Beach, Florida. Oh, you're off for the week? What the heck? Man, y'all schools is soft these days. Out here letting y'all have the days off like that. I am not buying a $200 million house. Who do they think I am? Like, who do they think I am? Maybe a $2 million house. All right, so if I bought this, right? 1.2 million. It doesn't look very homely, so I actually wouldn't buy that one. What happened to homes? Like, are there no homes anymore? Jeez. Oh, I did Palm Beach. I have to do West Palm Beach, maybe. Right? West Palm Beach? Oh, wait. Okay. Wait, that's a beautiful house. That's too expensive. This looks very homely. Okay. Say we lived here. Say I lived here, guys. What would be my property? Wow, this is a bad sign, though. 151 days? Must have a terrible foundation. All right. Monthly payment. Property tax. Whoa. Okay. So if I want to buy this, I have to pay $1,300 a month in property taxes? That's kind of wild. Check out the $60 million houses in Cayman Islands. Spirit Void, what do you know about the Cayman Islands? sort it from high to low. Oh my goodness. Oh, you live in a Cayman? Whoa. This is nuts. You live in the Cayman Islands? What the heck? That's wild. Wait, do you know about all the tax stuff in the business entity structuring? That's a big thing, right? Or is that all fake? James probably has entities in the Cayman Islands. James is probably one of those kind of guys that's got one of those things in the Cayman Islands. But you know what's funny though, guys? Like I had a girl ask me yesterday. $60 million house, Cayman Islands. $60 million house in Cayman Islands. Oh, this one? Click here to tour these. Bro, what? The heck is this? I need it, but I can't stand all these. What, guys? What am I supposed to download? What's it called? Ad blocker or something like that? This is crazy. A $50 million house in the Cayman Islands. This is insane. Not only is it optimal business entity and tax structuring, but it literally looks like something that, I don't want to be disrespectful, but Pablo Escobar or freaking Tony Montana will live in. You know what I mean? This is wow. This is the dick. This looks like a freaking lobby of a Four Seasons. This looks like a lobby of a Four Seasons. This is absolutely crazy. Oh my goodness. What do people do with all this space? What do people literally do with all this space? $50 million. When you can just pay, instead of $50 million, you can pay $500 a night just to stay at a resort with the same view, right? This is crazy. I guess when you got it like, and they got Pirates of the Caribbean out there. I don't even know. What in the world? People got way too much money. This is crazy. I bet you that painting cost freaking $1 million. They kind of look like my cousin. The heck? This is wild. Hey, but shout out to whoever got this though. If you got it like that, hey, W twin. But for the rest of the chat, we're buying index funds and we're donating to good charitable causes. This is crazy. Bro, don't spend $50 million on something like this. Go save the world. All right, go save the world, chat. That's crazy. Thank you for having us look at this one, Spirit Boy. This is, and it's got a gym. Dang, this is what? Nah, you got a place in El Cajon in New York where I rent winters in Boca. Ooh, told you, James out here making smart money moves. James, do you think that we should buy homes? I think that people should rent until you get to a point where your family's too big where you need to buy a home. And then beyond that, I think you should freaking just rent and put your money into like the markets. That's what I think. Do you think, because like probably when you were buying houses, rates were probably a lot lower and it was more attractive and better entry points. Have you noticed that people that got that type of money are typically lonely? Yeah. That's why it goes to show that like money definitely, well, this could be a great streaming room. This could be a great streaming room. You know what I mean? This could be a great streaming room. But I was gonna say, like, Arch, you bring up a really good point, bro. To where it's like when it comes to just like wealth and money and things. In my opinion, I am a big proponent of like experiences over things. Like there's a concept that I love called memory dividends. And memory dividends is kind of like doing, like if I were to, like if you want to know like how wealthy I am, you'll see me doing like freaking things like this. Things like this, where you can like do these National Geographic expedition tours, you know, where you're going all across the world, Africa, Asia, all over the place with your family, doing crazy experiences, National Geographic experts that are with you, all types of things. This is something that like incredibly uber wealthy people do that don't spend a lot of their money on things. Like this is like a low key, like rich person thing to do. But like that would be like the most, to the extent to where I would want to like be crazy flashy. I don't think I want to personally own private jets that have less than 10% utilization and crazy upkeep. I don't think I want to have a crazy bunch of cars. I don't think I want to have 20 houses, right? I'd rather have like a good family home somewhere in a really good state that can have a really good setup for my kids to have a proper education. I would love to just like either like rent or co-own some like vacation pads all across different places in the world, whether that be Tokyo, Copenhagen, Mexico City, anywhere that's like a beautiful place where me and my friends and my family will love to visit. And then in terms of like cars, bro, I'm down to keep the car I have now forever. You know, I'm down to keep the same car I have now forever. And then if I really want to flex, I would flex with an experience and like buy me a rusted, I told y'all this, rusted 69 Camaro, you know, literally buy something like this off of eBay for like $2,000, $5,000 and spend like every weekend with my son and my daughter restoring it. And you know, and making it something like this, a clean, cool, restored, nice whip. You know what I mean? Like that gives me more satisfaction than just like collecting the latest, you know, LaFerrari or Lamborghini Urus. You know what I mean? So, but that's how I'm rigged. I'm rigged to where like I value the utility of every dollar. And if it's not giving me a great experience or like feeding my family, I literally want all of that to go into the compounding engine. Like I literally want all of it to go into the compounding engine of the holding company. Either buying more cash flowing assets or investing in public markets and high conviction ideas. That's like my high. It's just like putting 500 grand on a memory name because it's dislocated in the market, you know? Or like putting 2 mil on a architecture business because they have monopoly on a specific city that's about to have crazy development. You know, things like that. Like I love that. I love that. Oh my goodness. Dude, you have a 67 Pontiac GTO? What the heck? James, you're a top dog, Shred Lord, bro. James, you rocking, dude. You're rocking, dude. This is hard. This is hard. This goes crazy. Who, me? Speaking like I'm 30 plus? Hey man, all the hours I work. I feel like it. I feel like it. You need one F-150 and you're good? Y'all want to see what Richard needs? This is what Richard's about to have. When Richard gets rich, y'all, here's a clear sign that Richard's very rich. Richard Miguel, right here in the chat. He's an OG. This is a sign that Richard is very rich. This is how you know Richard is incredibly wealthy. He's got something like this. When you start seeing Richard stop posting content on his page about his dog grooming business, and he starts posting about his ranch in Texas with his cows, dogs, animals, you know, stuff like this, that's how you know that guy Richard, yay. Don't ask about where Richard is. He's out there tending to the cows, you know? You know? Hey, God bless you with this too, bro. And you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. I know it. I feel it. You're hustling, dude. You're out here making content and banging it out every single day. You're making moves. I feel you. Just let me be on tour. Let me do a tour of the ranch, you know? I just want to be able to be invited to the tour of the ranch. You know? Spirit Boy, you said you're fine with a Honda Fit or a Wrangler? Nice, nice. Wait, everybody else, put your dream cars in the chat. Or like dream purchases. What y'all's? What y'all? At your age, until you figure things out, renting is fine? Yeah. I bet. Just a simple life with M's in the bank? That's right, Rich Topic. That's right. That's right. But make sure the M's are not in a traditional savings or checkings. Put it in either high yield for emergency savings fund, index fund for like your real savings, and then the rest of it put it into better performing index funds or buy some cash flow and assets, rich topic. Don't leave it in the bank, bro. Don't leave it in the bank, bro. Oh my goodness. If you weren't scared of snakes, you would be in Texas? Wait, are the snakes actually that bad? Wait, what the heck? I didn't know about that. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Ooh, ranch with an indoor basketball court. What the heck? Bro, Texas looked like freaking the safari in Africa. This real? 96 snakes found in Texas, 14 are venomous. What the heck? Yeah, I recommend a Roth IRA and a 401k. All that, especially if you're working. Guys, you get to put tax-free dollars in, or post-tax dollars in and let it grow tax-free. Closest we have to Australia. That's funny. You can find snakes in a lot of parks in Texas. Yeah, that is crazy. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. That's kind of spooky. Look how long this one is too. All right, let me take this off screen instead. Maybe some of y'all are like spooked out. But this stuff is crazy though. These things here, these are nice. These are really nice, y'all. And then they have a private jet trip version. They have signature trips. But what's cool is like, if you do something like this, literally the entire thing is planned out. The entire thing is planned out. And this is good like when I'm like old and stuff and I want to plan. But as I'm not, like when I travel now when I'm young, I travel like, I do it all myself. I do it all myself. I travel like Anthony Bourdain. I don't go with an itinerary or nothing. I find me a good little spot. I go to the local bar or the local restaurants and just talk to locals and get their thoughts around like an itinerary or what I should do. And like in real time, I build my itinerary while I'm there. What'd you guys say? Oh, what question? Sorry, I'm catching up on chat. Ooh, a 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR. Oh my gosh, wait. Cool, Webby, this is so specific. We gotta look this one up. What does this one say? Bro. Kind of makes sense. You are in West Palm Beach or Palm Beach. Cool, Webby. Retail wants a ranch with a indoor basketball court. That could be sick. Let's see. You hoop like that? Wow. Low key, this would be hard. Hey, this would go crazy. And it's crazy. It's like Texas has like all the space for something like that too. Do you know if you had like this is actually a worthwhile capex, worthwhile investment? Do you know if you had something like this in your house? Do you know how healthy you could be? You could be so freaking healthy. Like basketball is a great holistic physical activity. Gets the heart rate going, strength training, moving the legs. You're getting your 10,000 steps very easily. It's a perfect exercise. And if you do it later on in your, like if you do it young and you just continue on with you later on, you have a really healthy body. And it's not too strenuous on your legs if you're not doing crazy intense 5-on-5 and all that. But if you're just like moving your body, just like chill, low-key pick up and shooting around, it's really healthy. I like to think people that have indoor basketball courts live longer. So we all about to go to Retail's house. You know? Spirit Void, you said, what are some healthy investments long or short term in the coming years? I know you covered Fastly last time. You don't got to answer, but it would be happy. Check out. What did I posted something on there, but we if you want to be, if I'm being very honest, I don't think of good short-term investments. I think the short-term investments, maybe look at the video that we put out on I ranked the top AI stocks with chat. I think that video is good because that was like our we broke down the entire choke points of the AI value chain, so that could be useful. But if I'm being very honest, you need to just do a lot of homework on that and like people in chat and stuff like that, like we've done a lot. We've done a lot of work on some of these names, but just be very careful if you're gonna do it, especially now. A lot of things are overpriced. But if you want my best advice for long-term investing, buy an index fund. It sounds very boring, Spirit Void. It's not sexy, it's not exciting, but it works. It literally works. I can do all the stock picking I can for Jack Capital, but I probably won't beat the market over a 100-year horizon. You know? So it's best to buy an index fund and then go touch some grass. You know what I mean? Yeah, S&P. This one right here. I'll show you. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but this is what Warren Buffett tells people to buy. SPO or SPY. VOO. VOO. Look at that. It's consistent. And what are you banking on? You're betting on American businesses, bro. You're literally betting on American businesses. Here's another one. SPY. It's the same thing, right? This one's just been around longer. But you can buy fractional shares. Don't be scared of the price. If you go on Robinhood or Betterment or any of those platforms, you can buy fractional shares. So even if you have like $5, $10, you can buy fractional shares of ETF. Hey, don't be scared. Hey, scared money don't make no money around here. Scared money don't make no money around here. You want to make $1 billion, you need to make $1 billion risk. Shall we talk about Mr. Beast? Shall we talk about Mr. Beast, guys? What y'all think? Cool, Webby, this is nice. This is so dang cool. This is just insane. What the heck? This is just wild. Hey, that's a city boy. That's a city boy right there. This is crazy. This is insane. You know what's crazy though? People buy it and don't even drive it. Like they buy it and they just like store it. You know? Are you talking about internships? I thought you were talking about investments. If you're talking about investments, I would just do index funds. But if you're talking about working, I know Coop is working fast food. Hothead said he works at McDonald's. They're making bank. What job would I get if I were in high school? Or like 15? If I were like 15? Oh, wait. Bro, here you go. Let me cook up real quick. You want to lock in? I'll lock in. Hold on. If you want to make some bread, like if you really want to make some bread, and you're like in high school, this is exactly what you do. You go to Home Depot, right? Hold on. I'll show you. I'm going to give you a play. Real quick, all right? If you're 15 and trying to make it out, you know what I'm saying? This is what you got to do. You got to go to Home Depot or any other type of store. What you do, you buy yourself a pressure washer business, right? A pressure washer pieces of equipment, okay? These things, relatively straightforward. Get your electric power washer. Get one for $170, one for $100, or something like that. You can buy them used, or you can get some on Amazon or even the TikTok shop that are cheaper. You get something like that, and what you then do is literally go door to door. Houses, you say, hey, can I clean your AC unit, or can I clean your siding of your house? Or you go to businesses and you say, hey, can I clean up graffiti on your business? Or hey, can I go spray down your roof or spray down your solar panels? And you just like charge them a really low amount just to get the job and add the testimonial. And then you unlock subscription revenue. And then you ask for customer referrals. And next thing you know it, you're eventually building yourself a little mini side hustle of power washing. And it only costs you $100 to get started. And you bang out content like there's no other business with this. Like every single job you do, you're recording content. So you also got to buy those meta glasses so you can record things and just like put content out across TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, and you specialize it and target it so that you can focus on your geographic and run a little bit of Facebook ads. And next thing you know it, boom, you got 100 client lists focused on recurring revenue for your business. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. But what you think? That's illegal. You need a work permit to do a bunch of annoying certifications here. Oh. Well, you do it until you get caught. You know? Hey, ask for forgiveness, not for permission. All right? You know? Ask for forgiveness, not for permission. You know what I'm saying? Look, you're a young, scrappy, young shredlord just trying to make some bucks. And a power washer, you can, of course, you might need certifications for some of the buildings and some of the residential stuff. You might not need it for the mobile detailing, you know? Tell the cops was my idea. I don't know what you're talking about, twin. I don't know what you're talking about. This is an educational purpose. We have disclaimers in all of our videos. Everything we say here is for educational purposes. Yeah, and old people love to have their private decks washed as well, power washed. You know, you clipped it. Oh, y'all savage. What it was? Chris says he will be fine with a bunch of cash flowing car washes and McDonald's franchises. That's why Chris is going to be the wealthiest person out of all of us. That's Chris. Chris just came over the top. Chris just came over the top and hit us with an absolute dog shredlord lifestyle type of investment. You know what I'm saying? That's why Chris is the top dog. All right. That's why Chris is the top dog. All right. Let's talk about Mr. Beast, guys. Let's talk about Mr. Beast. We've been yapping about low income taxes, getting smarter on the world. Russia's economy has entered the death zone. If we didn't have crazy geopolitical tensions, this is a perfect time to be buying some low multiple cash flowing businesses there. FYI. But things are going a little crazy right now between us and Russia. So don't invest in there right now. Nicaragua has so far dodged the fate of Cuba and Venezuela. I wonder what Nicaragua's economy is doing. Ada probably knows. Most carbon vegetables. See, there's so much good stuff here. There's a lot of good goop here, guys. There is a lot of good goop here. I don't have time to read everything on here because we will literally be sitting here for hours. But I will say, though, if you just want to get like crazy smart in the world, you got to lock in on this. You got to lock in on these. Like, these are very quick reads. They have their podcasts that I listen to in the morning sometimes. That's a really good read, too. Dubai's Crazy Rich Chinese. This is a pretty fascinating read if you want to like figure out what's happening with if you want to like buy businesses in Dubai. And Dubai is a great place for tax purposes, by the way. Great place. And it's like a booming economy there and social life. But you buy high-end services like the private jet maintenance, the yacht cleaning, the penthouse maid services, things like that. That would do incredibly well in a place like Dubai. Because you got deep-pocketed customers. You got crazy deep-pocketed customers, you know? So think global, y'all. Y'all just got to think global out here. Y'all just got to think global. Yeah, but nothing's really happening in the markets that's like spooky or scary. So we're going to make these trades with conviction. We ain't scared. So tomorrow you'll see the updated AUM of how we're rocking. Boom, boom. But I want to tell you guys a little bit about Mr. Beast. Does everybody know who Mr. Beast is? Do you guys know who Mr. Beast is? If you don't know, like this is easily one of the greatest creators to ever exist on the internet. I'm surprised he isn't like bigger than freaking LeBron James at this point, because he's literally it's ridiculous the amount of eyeballs that have literally seen this man's content. Like, he started making YouTube videos, I want to say like 15, 20 years ago. No, more like 15 years ago. And he just never stopped. He literally never stopped. And his bread and butter is, of course, his YouTube channel. And if we go to his YouTube channel, you will see that this guy literally has 467 million subscribers. 467 million freaking subscribers. This is absolutely insane. And his views and impressions that he gets on his content, like his latest video here, ages 1 through 100, raised for $250,000, had 56 million views. This one was really good. The $1 versus $1 billion futuristic tech, this got 100 million views. And he's averaging 100 to 200 million views on incredibly amazing pieces of content. And it literally started from him like 10, 15 years ago in his bedroom, making YouTube videos, counting to 1,000 literally on video, little things like that. Like this is the perfect example of like Kobe in his prime in the world of YouTube content. But it's drastically transformed from literally just being Mr. Beast the YouTuber. Now, it's Mr. Beast the whole cold absolute shred lord empire. Mr. Beast is out here making smart money moves, right? Because he just announced that earlier last week, Beast Industries is actually acquiring Step Financial Services. Now, what is Beast Industries and what is Step? Beast Industries, you can think of as Mr. Beast, his holding company that allows for him to invest in businesses, invest in his own production of his own content, to have his partnerships with large people like Netflix and other big media businesses. It also has his nonprofit arm as well. And that's like pretty darn cool. But what I want to spend time doing together, chat, is figuring out what is Step. Like, what is this Step business? And why is Jimmy expanding into financial services if he's literally a YouTuber? Like, why is he expanding into Step in financial services if he's simply focused on creating amazing YouTube videos? So that's what I think we need to be figuring out, chat. So if anybody knows the answer, you let me know in the chat. Like I'm still trying to figure this out. But all I know is, and plus it's like Step has 7 million not Ubers. They have 7 million users. Like 7 million users are, that's chump change to Mr. Beast, right? So I think Step has something that is uniquely applicable, distributable, or functional from a tech perspective, from a monetization revenue perspective, or like an attractiveness and like usability perspective that is not really working as good as it can be with the 7 million users it has today. But I think Mr. Beast sees a vision of whatever their tech is being applied to this $467 million number. That's what I think the value creation thesis is. Jimmy has the audience. Jimmy has the eyeballs. Does Jimmy have the back-end fintech infrastructure? Does he have the regulatory approval from the banks already? Does he, like, what is it that he has that allows for him to be able to roll that out to his broader consumer base? So that's what we need to figure out now. But the first step is going to be understanding what the heck is Step. And as we see, they have 7 million Step customers and counting. They have 100,000 plus app reviews on the App Store. Now let's see. Step users in their 20s increased their credit score by an average of 57. Okay, first and foremost, what is this? Like, what are you guys selling? And by the way, I'm not the biggest bull on tech, especially fintech. All right. I think some tech works, some tech doesn't, but I'm not that bullish on fintech. Let me tell you why before we dive into Step. Fintech ETF. Like if you show like the broader fintech ETF, FINX, that's a good example. Look at how much this has gotten wrecked over the handful of, right? Fintech kind of sucks right now. So it might be logical for Jimmy, but it also could be a terrible investment. But what I will say is, Jimmy has a $500 million user base that I think they could roll out something to at least make back their purchase price. So Step Early Pay. This is a need cash now. Life doesn't wait for you to payday. Okay, so it's earned wage access. Okay, no credit checks, no interest, no hassle. Just a smarter way to borrow and build. This is an earned wage access. If anybody knows anything about my positioning on earned wage access, it can work and help for a lot of people that need their dollars earlier to pay for essential products like rent or car bills or food. But if abused the wrong way, it can put you in a vicious cycle. And it is not free. It actually does have some fees associated with it. And the fees are kind of equivalent to how these businesses make their money on the interest side. So just keep that in mind if anyone is ever using early earned wage access. So okay, so that's one part of their business is earned wage access, building credit. Okay, how do they build credit? Step users in their 20s improve their credit by an average of 57 points. All right. Use your card, build credit history. People who start using their card with Step start over 125 points higher than a national average. Okay, so they offer a credit card. They offer a credit card. Okay. Is it a debit? It might be a debit card. Okay, how does Step help me build my credit? They have a secured credit card that allows you to make purchases up to the amount that is in your Step spending account. Okay, so this is how it works. You deposit money into like a debit account or a checkings account. That's going to be the Step spending account. And then it only allows for you to spend whatever is in that account. Okay, you with me, chat? So if I only have $100 and I put that in my Step spending account, then I'll have the Step credit card, and the Step credit card will only allow me to spend up to $100 to ensure that I don't go crazy on the credit side. That's super important. The key thing there is that it also allows for you to then start building credit and reporting those payments to the credit bureaus. So that's why it says the build credit piece. Now the save. Earn 3% on savings. This is just a high yield savings account, right? I think it's just a high yield savings account. Yeah, this is just a high yield savings account. All right, that makes sense. Direct deposit. This is okay. It's literally just a checking account that allows you to have a direct deposit, and they're also promoting their get paid early thing. That's where they make their money, guys. This is where they make their money. You see how they're having other products they're talking about, but looping it back to the earned wage access product. That's the bread and butter of the business. And then the rewards. This allows for you, if you enable this, this allows for you to get bombarded with ads on your things to get reward and to play games. This is some of the wildest, stupidest things that I've ever seen. Like a lot of these companies are launching these like ad marketplaces to where people can play games and watch ads and earn like a few cents. Like imagine TikTok brain rot or like TikTok like ad world, but you get paid every time you watch it, and it's just ugh. Like you could be out doing so much more productive things with the world instead of sitting here watching and playing games just to earn these little tiny coins that equate to like $1, $5 here and there. So, okay, that is that. But also, if you spend at certain partners, you can get like certain cashback bonuses as well. This stuff, I'll tell you right now, it does not seem differentiated. It is very, very basic and vanilla fintech. Robinhood does the same thing. Acorns does the same thing. Betterment does the same thing. They all do literally the same thing. And that's why you see fintech like almost collapsing like this, because there is no innovation and differentiation there. Now, invest with as little as $1. This allows for you to have fractional shares, and this allows for you to invest. I like this. I like this a lot. This is a really good thing here. Enable the user base to start investing into fractional shares. Spearvoid thought that he couldn't buy the S&P 500 index fund because it was so expensive. But little did he know, he can actually buy even $1 worth of a large index fund. That's pretty good. That's hyper important there. That is hyper important. What I'm missing, or what I don't see, is anything crypto related, which I think usually these YouTubers that go into business try to launch something like that, but it is a logical extension. Robinhood had almost the exact same setup. Less some of the consumer savings and credit card piece, but then they went from Robinhood ETFs, partial shares, to now Robinhood crypto, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Beast and the Step team try to launch a crypto platform as well. So that is what Step does at a high level. Why does it make sense here? Like, why does it make sense here? I'll give you a few things. I'll give you a few things that I think make a lot of sense here. Mr. Beast has I'll go full screen for this. Like, Mr. Beast has a $467 million subscriber base. The average age of a Mr. Beast viewer actually isn't like a 40, 50, 60, 70-year-old, which is the current user base of the JP Morgans of the world, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, things like that. Like, they have a lock on the broader, older wealth of America, right? The millennials are using apps like Coinbase, Robinhood, Betterment, Acorns, those kind of things. And these audiences have had kind of like okay luck with that. But then you have like the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha. And those are folks that are like under 25 or 20, right? But that is like most of YouTube. And that is the most of like Mr. Beast content. Because if you look at Mr. Beast content, like look at this. His content is not how to open a Roth IRA, how to buy a house, how to do things like that. It's like crazy, wicked, fun things that are like about robots, about crazy challenges. Like it, to be honest, it's like, it's kids, right? It's kids, it's young people. Some older folks watch it, but the bulk majority of the audience is very much the traditional Gen A, or what, I don't know what they're called, like Gen Alpha and Gen Z audience. And what's important is they are missing a trusted branded source when it comes to finance and money. And the key is, I think Jimmy is making a generational bet. I think he's not making a 1-year fintech play. I think he's making a 10 to 20 year play around being the finance infrastructure of choice for all of his viewers. Mr. Beast, it literally takes him one channel to get to 50, 100 million subscribers on that new channel, and for him to call it Mr. Beast Money, Mr. Beast Finance, to where he then starts banging out incredible educational finance content. And not only does it allow for him to have better AdSense revenue and brand deals because he's now in the finance niche and he puts me out of a job, but it also allows for him to then start to add that credibility and educational layer to his entire fan base. And think about the funnel. You have 50 million subscribers or 500 million subscribers on the main channel. That funnel then flows to, call it 50 million subscribers on the Mr. Beast Money channel. And you start putting out really, really, really attractive, really good educational content on finance. That then has, call it a 10% conversion rate to where 5 million users are now starting to use whatever you're promoting on your Mr. Beast Money channel. You feel me? And if you have 5 million users watching every single one of your bids down to buy anything, and you build a platform like Step that is already up and running, and you build a get your money up program for Step that includes a bank account, a credit card, an investing thing, and all that for $10 a month. $10 a month, that's $120 per year per customer. And you have 5 million customers. So 120 times 5 million, you're literally having $600 million of annual revenue. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like the crazy potential of a business like that. You feel me? I had a calculator, guys. I didn't do all that in my head. So this is where it gets like pretty darn interesting. Like it's like this actually has real potential. Because yeah, fintech sucks. I'll tell you right now, fintech sucks. I wouldn't invest in it with a 10-foot pole. But it doesn't suck as much when you got 500 million loyal viewers that could convert to 5 million hyper loyal fintech money enthusiasts that watches your content. There's a play here. So I think with this, he may make a lot of money with this. He might not. All I know is Mr. Beast probably will launch a Mr. Beast Finance or Mr. Beast Financial channel. That's going to print out buku cash. It's probably going to make more than what the business is going to make on the Step side. But then having the marketing funnel to send them to an actual product like this, where you get interchange revenue, you start to do lending products, you start to do subscription revenue, little things like that. Like this should theoretically print way better and have better differentiated unit economics across so many other fintech businesses. So this, in my opinion, went from one of the worst fintech companies in the broader space to now probably being a top contender up there with the top dogs over a 10 to 20 year horizon. Chat, argue with me on this. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? This is just my perspective here. This is just my perspective. Banking for the next year. I think this is a 15, 20, 30-year bet that Jimmy is making to be the finance tool of choice for his audience that is now eventually going to grow up and have money. That's what's key, because also, if you can get into the hearts of an audience when they're young when it comes to the relationship with money, and you grow with them over time, they are incredibly sticky and they are very, very loyal, right? So that's that. You guys put in the comments, you put in the chat, let me know if you think it's a good deal or a bad deal. We're actually going to start a poll. We're actually going to start a poll. Put a poll on there. We're going to say step good or bad deal for Mr. Beast. All right? Good deal or a bad deal? Let me know what y'all think, chat. Good deal or a bad deal? Put it in the polls. All right? On the YouTube poll, all right? So sorry, Twitch, you have to go on YouTube if you wanna vote on the poll. Okay? W take on Mr. Beast? Yeah, I think it's solid. I think it's a pretty good move. But it is not a short-term play. It's not a short-term play. It is a long-term bet. It is a long-term bet. But did you also know that crypto is banking Mr. Beast Industries? Did you guys know that? I don't know if you guys knew this, but BitMine in January of this year did a $200 million investment into Beast Industries. Isn't that crazy? And BitMine is hyper-focused on having Web3, Ethereum, all the other crypto-based DeFi things through the Mr. Beast platform. Now, what does BitMine do? BitMine, they focus on accumulation of crypto for long-term investment, whether it's acquired in Bitcoin operation minings or the proceeds of capital raising transactions. So, I don't know what the heck that means. I don't know what that means, but I think BitMine does a little bit of like investing in mining operations, but I think they also buy some Ethereum-focused treasury income. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. This is like one of those MicroStrategy companies. This is one of those MicroStrategy companies where you raise dollars from the public markets to then go buy freaking Bitcoin and Ethereum. I can't stand those businesses. You guys know my thoughts. You literally know my thoughts, guys. You know my thoughts. I can't stand those businesses, right? But if you look at MicroStrategy stock, and I'll come back to BitMine, but MicroStrategy stock, MSTR, all they literally did was raise money in the public markets to go buy Bitcoin. That's like asking people to give me money to then go on Coinbase to buy Bitcoin. This is what happened. That means they're over-indexed to the underlying performance of Bitcoin, right? And as you can see, like they absolutely crushed it. The hype in early 2024 was insane. It was like, wow, why is there this random stock going up 800, 700% in 1 year? That's because Bitcoin had a run. But then once your barbershop start talking about it, once it starts getting on Twitter and all that stuff, Bitcoin collapses, the stock fell 70%. And as it turns out, BitMine does the exact same thing, but in Ethereum, right? So over the course of 1 year, yeah, this thing absolutely ripped. This thing went up 3,000% in like July 2025. But if you were to buy the hype, look at what would have happened. If you bought it in July 2025 and you held it, you're down 84%. You're down 84%. And the stock virtually hasn't moved just besides declining 60% plus since. So their strategy is raising money from the public markets and then buying Ethereum, I think, and some Bitcoin assets. But I don't know what the strategy is. But what's interesting is they use some of their money. I guess they paused on the Bitcoin and Ethereum buying on the treasury side to then buying some shares of Mr. Beast. And what did Mr. Beast then do? He went and acquired Step. Now, in a perfect world, Step promotes crypto and all this stuff works, especially for BitMiner. But what happens in the scenario where BitMine goes to zero? It no longer funds Beast Industries, which, as we know, is a cash burning operation. Mr. Beast loves to burn cash. Like, if you look at how expensive his videos and stuff are in production, he loves to burn money. But what if it's like you can't fund and bankroll a burning operation, and then Step, doing crazy marketing pushes, doesn't have cash discipline, and they no longer have as much money that they could get from Beast Industries, right? I think that on the surface, it seems cool. But the underlying foundation of all of this, resting on BitMine, is incredibly dangerous. I think it's incredibly sensitive and dangerous. Look, I love Mr. Beast. I love him as a creator. I love fintech solutions that aim to increase access to smart money moves for all populations. But I don't like it when it's built on a foundation of a speculative, dangerous asset like cryptocurrency. That's where it gets tricky. Now, I see some of the votes in the poll changing because of that. So you guys are probably now changing your minds. But I wanted you to understand that. Like, it's oftentimes when you're looking at a business and you're seeing announcements like, oh, X, Y, and Z raised this, think below the surface. Who are the LPs? Who are the people that are investing and backing these kind of initiatives? What is the foundation of this built on? Is it sticky, long-term patient capital, or is it something that is speculative and volatile? Because I will tell you right now, if we go through a severe crypto winter, draconian case, Bitcoin falls to 10,000, BitMine collapses, Beast Industry collapses, Step Industry doesn't have an investor anymore, or Step Financial, what do you want to call it? Like that could be really bad. That could be really bad. And then if that chain of events happens while Mr. Beast is trying to build an envelope of trust with an audience through fintech, that's where people start to lose trust in financial services. That's where people start to make dumb money moves. You know? So my takeaway from this, don't raise money in the public markets to go buy cryptocurrency, dogs. All right? Literally just go buy index funds. That's the first and foremost. The second, if I were to run Mr. Beast businesses and industries today, I would make sure that we build hyper cash flowing focused operators, people that are understanding how to build scalable long-term financial services brands over the 50 to 100-year horizon. I wouldn't be hyper focused on the flash and the marketing and all that, because you know what? We literally just got to put a link in a Mr. Beast video and that's enough marketing. And then I also would diversify my LP base. I would diversify my LP base so that I'm not hyper focused exclusively on the cryptocurrency ecosystem. Because as we all know, this is just something that's not to be trusted. It's just not easy to build a life off of this. Like if I were to just get a hint that this is a great business and invest in 4th of July, right? Say I invested 4th of July, 3rd of July, I would have lost almost 90% of my money, bro. Don't nobody with me. Why would you want to lose 90% of your money when you can literally do this and buy SPY and freaking let that stuff rip betting on American? Bro, look, play it safe, y'all. Boring works. Boring freaking works. All right. But I will say, though, W to this gentleman, Mr. freaking Beast, for actually breaking the norm of what could be possible. I think he's built the foundation to do more of these acquisitions like this. And I think there's logical extensions of what he could do with his audience and the products and the businesses. He just has to be really careful around what companies are very attractive investments. That's the number one thing. I would encourage him to be super, super, super disciplined around identifying what is a truly differentiated business model, what is truly a strong enough moat, what truly has good unit economics, and where you can get the strongest return on invested capital, assuming that you can unlock some type of synergies with your platform and your audience. That is what's key for Mr. Beast. All right. So there you have it. Mr. Beast acquiring Step Financial. I hope and I'm praying that this works, because it will be exciting for people to just get more enthusiastic about money and investing and saving. I think that'll be incredible. And let's hope this works. But I truly hope that what's happening in the crypto world does not sort of ruffle the foundation of what Beast Industries finance operations are built on. So what do y'all think, chat? Y'all signing up for Step Financial or what? You know, I'm not gonna say you should or you shouldn't. You decide. You decide. But I will say though, this is a pretty cool idea from Jimmy, and it's just a blessing to see someone that's like doing YouTube and became immensely successful off of that, and now going into the whole private equity investing acquisition world. So I love that. So just imagine where I'm gonna be when I'm 15 years in the YouTube game. I am 1.5 years old in YouTube world. Just imagine when I get to freaking 15 years old in YouTube age. And I'm only going to get there if you guys smash that like and subscribe button. Let's freaking rock. Let's freaking rock, dude. That was dope. We learned a lot. Wow. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. I used to cover fintech, by the way. That's why I know so much about fintech. I used to cover fintech for KKR back in 2020. So I know literally, I used to know the CEO of Step. I reached out to them. They were raising growth capital. I passed on their investment. So I passed on the investment largely because of like they were burning money. So, but there's a lot of these. There's so many of these fintech businesses out there, chat. There are so many of these fintech businesses. So you guys just got to be, Archie, I'm literally the exact same way. I'm so fine. I'm so fine to just like keep my money and my fidelity. All my money's with Morgan Stanley right now. You know, all my money is literally, all my money is with Morgan Stanley. That's where my my wealth manager is. And they handle all my savings and investing, all that stuff. And I told them not to don't put me in crypto, man. Don't put me in crypto. I would put out more personal finance stuff, but I think I told you guys this weekend. I don't like repeating myself. It's like so many of these finance YouTubers repeat and rinse and repeat the exact same content every single like month. Top 5 budget, top 5 credit cards, top stocks or top stock apps, right? How I would invest my first $100. You know, how would I do boom, boom? You probably say, yeah. It is literally not rocket science. You spend less than you earn. You put it into an index fund. You do that for the rest of your life and you never sell. You'll be immensely rich. Like, why do you need to have 52 videos on that topic? It's like, it's literally the exact same thing, bro. Who offers the best percent with APYs? I don't think that's that, I don't think it's actually that important of a account, right? Like, I don't think I might get some backlash for this, but I don't care that much for high yield savings accounts, actually. The one that you should go with is not the fintech fancy options. It should be something that has been around for like 50, 100 plus years. As you can see what happened with Silicon Valley Bank. There is a world where the finance ecosystem collapses and the cool fancy fintechs, they get shut down first. And you can have difficulty accessing your fundings. Bringing Wall Street to Main Street. Yeah, that's why I stopped saying that intro, bro. I got bored saying it. My team kept being like, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. I'm like, bro, this is getting on my nerves. I sound like a freaking robot. So in the next batch of videos I'm making, I'm not saying that anymore. They should get the picture. My early adopters should know what we own. You know? It's funny you say that because you just started binging my you started binging my content. So I guess it worked. I guess maybe I should. I don't know. It's so annoying. Especially in the business educational niche, they're always like, all the gurus are like, boost your credibility. Talk about your thing. My name's Kenny Finance. I spent 10 years working on Blackstone on KKR. I'm here to take everything I learned on Wall Street, give it to Main Street completely for free. I guess it worked to give me to 48,000 subscribers. I guess so. I don't know. YouTube's annoying. YouTube has like these rules where there's just like certain things around like editing and production and scripting and all that just like somehow works for the psychology of you guys to watch, but it limits the creativity sometimes. But you kind of got to pay to play, you know? But back to the question, Archie, I would say all these things are starting to have a high yield savings account. I wouldn't pick one over the other just because of that rate, because that rate does change literally every month based on what the Fed does. So eventually all of them are going to have very low rates because we're about to enter a rate cutting environment. What I would say is only use a high yield savings if you don't have it. Like, I would only use it for emergency savings funds, right? Like, I would only use a high yield savings account for an emergency savings fund. right? Like people are not going to like the fact that I say this, but I think savings accounts are literally useless unless you are using it for 3 to 6 months of emergency savings fund. That means your housing, your food, your transportation. That's it. You shouldn't have every dollar you own into a savings fund. Instead, my opinion, a smart money play is all of your incremental savings should be in something that's liquid and growing good, like the S&P 500 index fund. Granted, that's like your big dog investing, but it also theoretically like can somewhat be a savings approach because this thing does 10.5% CAGRs over the last 90 plus years. It's extremely liquid, right? Some years are going to be down, some years are going to be up, but like on the long-term average, if you're just trying to like save, you can definitely get closer towards your saving goals with that. But I would use it a high yield emergency savings fund only if it's like special things like emergency or house or medical expense, whatever that might be. But I'm not the biggest fan of just dumping everything you own into your mattress or a high yield savings account, to be honest. What do you guys think, chat? What do you think? It's midnight here in Detroit. I watched 8 videos and then I seen your live. So, hey, I appreciate that, man. That's freaking awesome, bro. And what's nuts is you're from Detroit too. So we were able to lock in together, bro. That's freaking epic. That's freaking epic, bro. Anyway, chat. Tomorrow is about to be a big day. Like the world's back. The market's gonna be back. So we're gonna cook. I'm gonna be super geeked and excited about that. I'm back. I was eating dinner for the most of the stream. Hey, man, you're back in the mix. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But you just tap back in. We about to tap back out. We'll have some VODs from this on the Kenny Finance Live channel. So it's up to that. You can check out some stuff there. Big announcement. We have our recap. If nobody was here when we did our stock pitches on Friday, that video is going to be on the Kenny Finance Live channel tomorrow at... we just finished editing it and I just did the thumbnail. That'll be out around 1 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern time. So that'll be a really good vid for you to watch. If you're like looking for like what we're doing with Chat Capital and investment ideas and all that. There was a lot of good funny commentary in that and it was an epic night. So that's what we're doing out here, man. We're just diving into what's happening into the world, building perspectives, finding investments, allocating dollars. Tomorrow we're doing a little bit of sourcing, so you guys bring your ideas and I'll help you source some businesses. We got some value creation efforts. Personally, I have to go to Florida on Wednesday or Thursday for this deal closing, so that's gonna be exciting. So we're hustling, guys. So I'm gonna do a mobile stream Thursday or something. I'm gonna try maybe bring my PC or my laptop so that I can stream from like some type of setup here. So we're gonna get that rolling. But I appreciate you guys rocking with us, learning with us. Archie, welcome. Hopefully everybody's doing incredibly well. The energy is always good in here. We're always learning, and we're getting at least 1% better every single day. And this day, what? It's day 47, 46. We haven't missed a day yet, and I plan to go all year, giving you guys smart money moves, man, inside baseball. So, chat, stay healthy, stay happy, stay blessed up. I'm here if you need me. If you got any questions, get your butts in the Discord, because that's where the other Shreddlords can add value. And shout out to some of our OGs, like A-Dub and James and other folks that are just doing incredibly good things in the world. And it's crazy just to have access to folks like Richard, Edwin, Rich Topic, people that are actual builders, you know? I think somebody in the chat, Spirit Void, said that they just kind of didn't know what to do since they were young. And I'm like, this is kind of one of the only places where like you can come, whatever your age is, and connect with folks that are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, building things, investing things, making smart money moves, and just feel deeply inspired by it, you know? So, and I like that you guys show up, you tap in, and you lock in, and you stay in the mix. So if I plan to get better over this year straight of streaming and learning and smart money moves, I guarantee you guys will lock in too, and you guys will level up too. So with that, much love, peace. God bless you all and your families. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace and love, chat. And I will see you Shredlords literally tomorrow. All right? Let's keep cooking. All right, chat? Got it.